Hi y'all, I'm Carol Corey, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome back to my Creating Corner. I am so excited. It's October 2024 and there's so many things for me to be excited about. Most of all because you are joining me again. And if this is your first time, if you click subscribe, then you'll easily be able to come back. But what else am I excited about? Through October 31st, if you want the best value for your Stampin' Up! Products, if you don't have a Stampin' Up! US-based demonstrator already, I'll have my information up top and below, and you can message me with any questions about any of these things I'm about to tell you about. But first off, through October 31st, for your best value, you can join as an independent demonstrator and pick $155 of the product of your choice for only $99 and free shipping. And if you wanted to make it a little side business, you also do get some business products with that. So that is a fabulous deal. $155 of whatever you want for $99 and free shipping. Oh yeah. The other thing I'm so excited, well, one other thing I'm so excited about is this month our kits are on sale for up to 30% off. Oh yeah, I said it. Our kits are on sale. You know I love our kits and I think they make great presents. They're great to just keep on hand to do a selection of fun cards at minimal cost. So that is an exciting thing, a join special, kits on sale, and my December, let me make sure I don't have it upside down, excuse me, October 2024 Nests of Christmas paper pumpkin has arrived. You know I love my paper pumpkins. I have no idea what's in it. I never do, really, but let's get this down on the creating table and see what it's all about and what we can do with it. Yay, I'm so glad you're here. Let's see what's in my paper pumpkin box, Nests of Christmas. Hang on. Okay, let's get into this happy mail. And it's Nests of Christmas, October 2024. Paper pumpkin, everything you need but the scissors is included. Okay, let me get this opened up and see what Nests of Winter is all about. Oh, how pretty. That pretty box is always covered with the shipping label. But, oh, that is so pretty. What is in here? Birds. Oh, look at this thick tear and tape. Oh, I love it. Okay, let's go ahead and get this adhesive out. There we go. Look how wide it is. Nice. Okay. And it comes with a shaded spruce Stampin' Spot. There's your ink. Now, if this was your first paper pumpkin kit, you would get also a block in here on which to mount your stamps. And in all of our kits, which are found online, those do come with blocks also. And right now, for the rest of the month, they're on sale, 30% off. And starting yesterday, the scrapbooking items from Close to My Heart went on sale, 30% off. And I did mention the join special, $155 worth of the product of your choice for only $99 and free shipping. And you could get kits for that $155. Anyways, let's look at our, oh, we've got a bird and the leaf. Oh, this is so pretty. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and joyful thoughts to you this season. And look at that gorgeous bird. Oh, this is so pretty. And the gorgeous little tissue paper makes you feel so special. And here is the kit itself. Oh, those are lovely. So this is going to make 10 cards, 5 of this design, 5 of this design, and you know you can always use your imagination and do a few other designs, but look how pretty. This will, oh, and the matching envelopes. Okay, let's get into it. Cannot wait to actually touch these die cuts. Ah, this is gorgeous. Okay, so we've got some beautiful ribbon here. So we've got, it's already cut. Look at that, that ribbon is already cut for you. And dimensionals. And look at these envelopes. Oh, how pretty. Fancy envelopes. And here are the die cuts. Oh, how cute. Look at that cardinal, so pretty. Oh, gorgeousness, gorgeousness. And then we have a card base that makes a little window. Oh, look at that, look at that. It's one of those tri-fold overs. Oh, I love it. You know, when you've got something like this, you've got basically this beautiful panel, and then this panel with the opening in the middle. You don't have to use it as is. You can always cut them and then have 3 different card bases right here. I'm giving something away. I think we're going to be playing with these papers. Yes, indeed. And let's see what the other card is going to be like. Okay, so we've got lots of those. And here are banners to stamp. And here's the other card base. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that is beautiful. And the foiled branches. Oh, that is lovely. Oh my golly. Oh my goodness. Look how pretty. Oh, I can't wait to get into these cards. How exciting. Okay. So there are the rest of the card bases. Cardboard, great for other kinds of crafting. And here we have this. It folds over. A little bit of tear and tape on each side, and you've got a wonderful little envelope in which to keep your stamps. And then when you have this in a notebook or something, you'll easily be able to read it, because, you know, when they're clear like that, sometimes you have to think. But when it's black line like that, it's super easy to read. Okay? And here are the directions, and of course it shows you everything that's included. And then the coordinating colors. If you have a little something around the house and you want to make some changes, you could use Basic Black, Blueberry Bushel, Coastal Cabana, Daffodil Delight, Garden Green, Granny Apple Green, Gray Granite, Night of Navy, Pumpkin Pie, Real Red, and of course the Shaded Spruce. Okay. The dies. I do have these add-on dies. Every couple months, Stampin' Up's been offering coordinating dies. It's like $12, I think, to get these, and they coordinate for like the next 3 months of paper pumpkins. So this one, this says, I think that says Mary. I haven't even opened these yet. Yep. So we've got a little die cut that says Mary, and we've got a die to cut a nice little sprig and a nice frame or a tag. It's got a little tag thing there. Of course, you can always just cut that off and have a nice little square, cute frame. This will coordinate with this month, next month, and December. Okay, so we might be using one of these add-ons or 2 of these add-on dies in a little bit. We'll see. If I get too carried away and just do all 10 of these cards as meant. Oops. And then we open it up, and here we've got the easiest directions ever to follow. It's just pictorial directions on card number 1 and to put together card number 2. So let me get everything cleaned up and organized, and let's get started and do card number 1 with that gorgeous cardinal. Hang on, I'll be right with you. Okay, I've got everything out and ready to go. Now, I did get some plain paper to not get ink all over the graph paper here. Yes, I'm using my glass stamping mat, but I'm afraid it might glare with the filming, so that's why I have the graph paper over it. for non-glare, and since I am going to be using it, I didn't want to start out getting ink all over it right away. It's just one of those things. It doesn't matter. So I did get some plain paper to put underneath to keep, you know, because I'm going to be stamping here, and I'm also going to get a piece of paper to mask off. Now, this is not anything that it's telling you to do in the directions, but it'll just be easier for me. I'm just going to do that just to not get any ink on this panel also. I guess it's not going to matter in the long run, but you know. So I've got my little branch here, and I did get my full-size ink pad, my full-size shaded spruce, because I like to keep my little Stampin' Spots sealed for like a little present, or to, if I'm traveling, it's easier. So I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to stamp in a couple places right around the outside of the frame. There we go. And of course there's going to be there we go. I think that's good. Might be a little bit more than the directions indicate, but make it your own. Make it your own. Okay, the next thing we need to do is stamp our little sentiment. Now, I love using the graph paper because, and you know, the glass mat has the graph on it also. It's great so you can make sure everything is straight and get it all lined up. So we're going to stamp Merry up here in the corner, and then Christmas here. Perfect. Put these aside. Now, I've got my die cuts and my ribbon. So on the back of my ribbon, I'm going to put a little bit of the tape. Here we go. Just easily tears. That's why it's called tear and tape. Let me shut this so I don't make a mess. Pull this off. We're going to put this here. Grab a couple of dimensionals, put one in each corner. And you notice the dimensional is also crossing over the ribbon, and that is helping make sure the ribbon stays on there. And you're only going to see a little peek, just a little peek of the ribbon. Okay. Now let's get the card base, and I'm going to take my bone folder. You can use your finger, you can use the side of a pencil or whatever, but I'm going to make sure it has a nice good crease. These papers do slip when you're working on the glass mat, you know, with the graph paper. Okay, so this is going to be that. Oh, look how pretty that is with the foiled foliage. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay. This is going to go right here. So pretty. And now on the back of our die cuts, we're going to put a couple little dimensionals. There we go. And these dimensionals will go on the frame. Oops, I put it up too high. You know what? If you put your dimensionals on in the wrong spot, tell you what I'm going to do. This might be a little bit easier for you. This is where I want my dimensionals to go. So, I'm going to put it right here, a little more down in the corner. That'll go there, and that'll go there. If you have your die cut going off the edge of the card, it's not going to fit in the envelope. There we go. So you got to make sure it's all in the card, and you don't want it on the inside part here because you want it to be able to open. Now, this gorgeous bird. Can you imagine? We're already done. And now we're done. Whoops. I put that one too low too. Okay, let's move him just a tad bit. Silly me. There we go. Look how beautiful that is. Ta-da! How quick was that? This card is finished. It's done. Oh, and it's pretty. Oh, I like that. Now, it's not saying to do it, but I just can't stand it. I'm going to put a little bit of Wink of Stella on these berries. Yeah. With all the foiling going on. Yeah, let's put some sparkle to the berries. Oh, how pretty and quick. So this kit will make 5 of these, and it'll take you, what, 10 minutes to do 5 cards? 10 minutes at the most if you're not talking. I love it. Let's see what number 2 gets together like. Okay, card number 2, we do take the center out. Now we have this beautiful tri-fold with that gorgeous backing. And now we just need a little bit of stamping on the banner. And this is going to be the Joyful Thoughts to You This Season. Pop that right in the middle there. Okay. That's all the stamping we have to do for this card. Ah, love it. And now I just need my ribbon and a little bit of tear and tape on the ribbon. There we go. And now we're going to put this across, and remember, just like the other one, it's going to be just a little hint will be seen through. There we go. Lovely. And some dimensionals on the back here. And we're going to cross over the ribbon and the, whoops, bent it there. Don't want to bend it. There we go. We're going to cross over the ribbon and the banner itself, and that'll help hold the, como se llama, the banner on there. And we're going to pop it right in the middle. Okay. I love my tweezers. I can't do a thing without my tweezers. And we're going to put that right in the middle there. Lovely. And here I've already put some dimensionals on the 2 edges. And this is going to go up here in the corner. There we go. And I've got dimensionals on couple points of this die cut here, and this will snuggle down at the bottom of the card. Whoops, getting my fingers stuck all over it. Oh, and it's peeking out a little bit. Let me tuck that in. Good. There we go. And we're going to get this right along the bottom, right along the edge. There we go. And now this little fella is just going to go right in the middle here. Let's just put that dimensional right there. Take it off, and we'll just get this happy little guy sitting right there. Whoops. There we go. And that's all there is to it, to this card. Holy Hannah. Isn't that so pretty and so easy? Loving it. Just like I did with the other one, I can't resist. You don't have to, but I'm just going to put a little bit of Wink of Stella here just to give it a little something something on the edges. You know, these papers and these die cuts are so pretty. I know we can change it up a little bit in case you didn't want to do all 10 cards, 5 of one, 5 of the other, and you want to change it up. I think I know what we can do, and even maybe a way to stretch it a little bit and get even more than just 10 cards. Let's take a look. Let me clean this up and I'll be right back. Okay, what I decided is before doing any alternate designs, I'm going to finish the insides of these cards. Now the directions don't tell you to do that, but you know what? It comes with all these great stamps. We're going to finish the inside of this card. When you open it up, there is so much room. Now mind you, when you're stamping, you don't really want to stamp once you have something put down. But we're just going to be careful and cross our fingers and hope. No, we're not going to cross our fingers. I'm going to take that sentiment off because, yeah. So on the Take Your Pick tool, you've got one side is pokey and the other side is this flat spatula. If you want to move something, you can get that spatula and it gets right up underneath your adhesive. And so I'm going to take this off. I'll be putting this back on exactly where it was. So, I mean, look, you can roll it off and there's no damage, but I want to leave it where it was. I just want to be able to stamp on here. So I'm going to be using a Stampin' Right marker. So I'll use the Staz-On ink. If I was going to use one of our Stampin' Blends, I would want to use Memento. But here we go. I'm going to take the bird stamp that came with the kit and I'm going to stamp it right here. And now I'm going to go clean this stamp real quick. Okay, I guess I should have showed you. I've got this Stampin' Up! Staz-On Cleaner, and if you get to your stamp pretty quickly, it does a fabulous job. I mean, you see it's completely cleaned that stamp off. This is permanent ink, but it's got this Staz-On Cleaner, and that will clean it off of your stamps. Y'all know if a stamp is stained, it doesn't really matter. It still stamps, but we like our stamps looking nice and clean, don't we? Okay, so now I'm going to take the leaf, the branch that came with the Paper Pumpkin kit, and in shaded spruce, I'm going to, let me put this little paper back under here. I'm going to stamp it. Here we go. Going to and I just put my finger in it, of course, as usual. There we go. Yep, got my finger in it. That's okay. I'll just write over it and it'll be okay. Let's go ahead and put some right behind the bird too. There we go. Oh, that's looking pretty. You can put as much of this around here as you want. Oh, that's looking nice. You know what? I'm gonna carry that on that way. Hide it, hide it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hide it. There we go. Okay, so, and you can just stamp as much as you want, make that as fancy as you want. And then I'm going to take the Joyful Thoughts for You this season, and we're going to put that up here. And now I've got my real red Stampin' Right marker, and I'm going to color this bird in. Now these markers, one side is a brush tip, the other side is a pen tip. You've got the brush has a thick line, the pen tip has a thin line. Let me turn this a little bit so I'm looking at it straight on. Go. Ah, nice. Now we've got our inside decorated. Let me get some yellow. I'm going to get some yellow and I'm going to color in his little feetles right there and his beak. Oh, beautiful. Now that's, whoopsie. Now that is lovely. And I'm going to put fresh dimensionals on my thingamabobby. Fresh dimensionals. Dimensionals. I moved this whole thing. Sorry about that. You know, I don't really have a stamping room per se. This is actually the corner of my, I don't know what you call it. It's a kitchen, family room, whatever. It's just a little rickety card table in the corner over here. Okay, so there we go. So using the stamps that came with the paper pumpkin, I did decorate the inside. Isn't that pretty? Now that's a completed card. Okay, let's see what else we can do. Okay, working outside the box here. I've got these dies that coordinate. So these panels are what came out of, oopsie, like this card and the cardinal card, right? So I'm going to use these panels. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this tag out of this panel, and I'm going to use the back of this panel for stamping. I think that's what I'm going to do. And I've got another one here. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut that. That should fit, and I will be able to fit a bird there. Okay. Alrighty, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to cut this and the word Merry. And I should have room left then to stamp a, yes, I do. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Isn't this adorable? And it folds open. But like I say, this is a shaky table. I'm going to take this over to the counter and cut these out. I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. And if I had thought about it, I would have put some of our Stampin' Up! Adhesive on the back of this. We have, where'd I put it? Adhesive sheets, and it turns everything you cut into a sticker. But there's room here for me to be careful, and I can glue it just fine. Okay, oh, this is going to be cute. I'm thinking this is going to make one cute little tag. Okay. Okay, so on this sheet now, let me get these out of the way. I'm going to stamp my bird just like I did before. I'm going to use the Staz-On. There we go. We're going to put this bird right here. Close that. Okay. I'm going to stamp, get the extra ink off. And let me show you how you use your Staz-On Cleaner. It's like a little foam pad up there, and you just rub it over, and look at that. It just kind of turns it into a liquid. And then you take a rag and you blot it dry. And there your permanent black ink is not permanent. Love the Staz-On Cleaner. Okay, so now I've got the bird, and I've got my real red here. Let me color my bird in. I could use my blends and then do a lot of nice shading. You don't ever want to use your blends if you're not going to be layering it, because they leak. They show through the other side. Now the die cut, I didn't realize it before, but the die cut, the bird actually has an orange beak. So we'll just color his beak in orange. Now we get to fussy cutting. When you use the Stampin' Up! Paper snips, fussy cutting is so easy because they're so sharp and they've got that awesome tip and lets you get right down to it. And remember, when you're fussy cutting, you turn the paper, not the scissors. Okay, now let's put this together. I'm going to take some mini dots, mini glue dots. Kind of fold them a little bit so that they stay on the die cut in the back. Let's go ahead and put Mary. I don't know if I want this on dimensionals or not. Yes, no. Yes, I'm going to put this one on dimensionals. Okay, before I put the dimensionals on that, I'm going to stamp the back of my tag with Joyful Thoughts to You This Season. There we go. And now we're going to put the dimensionals on the back of the branch and the bird. So I'm going to cut these dimensionals. Dimensionals are great. You can cut them. If they're big, if they're too big for what you want, you just cut them. Cut them into whatever size and shape you want. So here we go. So I'm just going to get a couple little dimensionals, like little pieces off the edge there. There we go. And then one down here at the bottom. Okay, which way do I want it aiming? Okay, I'm going to have the bird that way, so maybe I should do the leaf that way. Like that. Then we'll put the bird like so. Okay, I'm going to put a glue dot in the middle of the bird and glue him flat down to the leaf itself. And then I'm going to take a little edge of the dimensional on his tail that'll fit in there, and one up here on his head, because the tail will be off. The leaf is already raised, so we are going to get the tail raised to match the leaf and the head raised, and there we go. And there's your tag. Loving it. Let's see if we can get this through here. I know we can get this through here. There we go. There we Okay. Perfect. Look at this cute little gift tag. Ah, it's short, but I got it. Almost. There we go. There we go. Now, you know what'll look better? I think what will look better, hang on. I was going to get a piece of gold cording to tie around it, but you may not have all that at the house. So I'm going to take just a little smidge of this tear and tape, and I'm going to put that right like so across there like that. And let's get the tear and tape pulled up and fold it over, and there we go. Isn't that cute? Isn't that a cute little tag? I think it's adorable. Love it. Now this was made with using the bird stamp from the Paper Pumpkin Kit and the coordinating dies for this month, that little add-on. And then isn't that cute? And of course the tag itself and what I cut the word and the branch from was the inside part of that we were gonna just toss aside. Don't toss anything aside. You can always use it. That is cute. But you know what? I think there's more things we can do with these materials. This is a fun kit. Hang on, let me clean up and come right back. Alrighty, I am ready, whoops, for the next card, and this is gonna be a little bit of a ride, so bear with me. The first thing I'm gonna do is this beautiful card base that has the pretty foiled leaves in it and comes over. I'm going to cut all this apart. Now when you have these pre-scored card bases, you have to make sure to get the score part out. You can, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the scored. So we're going to cut this, and we are going to, well, first I'm just going to cut, let me just cut this panel. And there we go. Now you see there's the score, the roll in there. I'm going to cut that off. There we go. Just get that little thing out. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to cut this front piece loose. And then we're going to cut this score edge. It's thicker and we don't want that. Okay. Oops. Oh, goodness. There we go. How many tries does it take to cut something? Alrighty. See, you're just cutting little wisps off, but it makes it flat and it makes it nice. Okay, we're going to use this on another card, so we're going to put that aside. And this is what we're going to be dealing with right now. Now, I can put this on a Night of Navy card base or a white card base. The only difference would be if I put it on a Night of Navy card base, when I open it up, it's dark, so I would need to put a white panel on the inside. Let's see, like that. I think that looks pretty. Okay. Okay, I think we'll do that. Yes, I think we will do that. Before I attach it though, we're going to deal with it. I love this foiling here. So I want to do some powder embossing in the middle. Now, I did think about doing it, I'll do inside differently. Okay, I'm going to put this outside. I'm going to powder emboss it in gold. Okay, and so I need some Versamark. Where's my Versamark? Here's my Versamark pad, and I'm going to use this Stampin' Buddy. And I'm just going to put this on here. That breaks any kind of static and helps make sure that you're only getting the embossing where you want the embossing. Now I'm going to do the inside to show you how to emboss in this whatever color ink you're using, but this front I'm going to do with gold. Okay, and I think I want to do, let's do Joyful Thoughts to You This Season. That'll take up a nice amount. Or do I want to put out, no, Joyful Thoughts to You This Season. I think that'll be pretty. Do I want to do it on that, or do I want to do it on a panel? I think I'm going to do it on a panel. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm going to do it on a panel, and then I'm going to cut some of these branches. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this on a panel, and I'm going to cut some of these branches out of the shaded spruce paper from that coordinating die. And since it's going to be on, yeah, I think it, yeah. Okay, we're going to do it in green, in gold. Okay, so we get the Versamark, and yeah, I didn't have to do the Stampin' Buddy on the panel since I decided not to do it on the panel. This is live TV. I changed my mind because I can. Okay, so I've got my Versamark. And now I'm going to we have some new embossing powder. It's called Wow embossing powder, and it's static free, but you can't use plastic with it. You have to use all metal because the plastic will reintroduce static cling. This is the old. Okay, Joyful Thoughts to You This Season. That's good. I think I should have used a little bit of the Stampin' Buddy on here, the Embossing Buddy. There we go. There we go. And before you turn your heat gun on, always move the close the powder. It'll be a tragedy. Okay. Perfect, perfect. Joyful Thoughts to You This Season. Now, I'm going to cut several of the boughs, but I'm going to add some of this adhesive sheet to it. Super easy to use. You just kind of cut around where you want it. You don't have to be particularly perfect. And then you just peel off the protective. Oops. Alrighty. Now, I'm just going to take this over to my handy dandy Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and get a couple leaves cut out. Be right back. Okay, so I'm back and I've got my boughs cut, and you see I've got the, is it boughs or bows? I think it's bough. Let me get that pulled loose. I got my branches cut. Let's just call them branches. And I'm going to take this adhesive off the back, the protective piece part of it. And now it's a sticker. There we go. So I'm going to put that one going that way. And let's get this one. There we go. We'll put this one like that. Remember, we have to keep it within the square because this is the exact same size as the front of the card base. However you can get it in there. There we go. There we go. Now, I'm going to grab a couple of the dimensionals. What I want to do, and I'm going to put a few dimensionals on the back here, because I'm going to use the dimensionals like glue, kind of. When we used the ribbon earlier, we had just the smallest little piece showing on either side, like so. I want a little bit more showing, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut it in half, and I'm just going to kind of hang it out there a little bit, and I'm literally sticking it to the, there we go, by just sticking it on the dimensional itself. Now I suppose to make sure that it has a good hold, I can put a little bit of the tear and tape on there, but I really don't need it. I'm not worried about it. It's not going to come loose. So joyful thoughts to you this season. And we'll just pop that right in the middle there. And on this, oh, that's pretty. That's going to be so pretty. You know, we could have even used that as the frame over it. Ooh, that's pretty too. That's another idea you can do. Put the frame over it, or don't cut the frame loose from this panel and just build it inside the panel. That's nice. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to mount it on the Night of Navy card base. If you don't have Night of Navy, you can go ahead and use a white card base if you like. It doesn't really matter because I'm having to put white on the inside anyway. But what I do want to do is I want to show you how you can emboss in whatever color you want. The way I would do that is, here I've got my shaded spruce, and inside I think I'm going to do Merry Christmas. Now I'm going to emboss it in clear, but I want it to be shiny. I want it to be shaded spruce, but I want it embossed. So I've got my clear embossing powder. I'm going to take my Merry, I'm going to tap it into my Versamark, and then on my, well, I'm going to do Christmas first. It's easier for me to line it up. I'm going to put the Christmas on my Versamark. This Versamark pad stays wet for quite a bit, and it's clear, so I can go back and go into my shaded spruce pad. Now I'm going to put that right here in the middle. Yeah, see exactly where it is. Now I'm going to take my Merry Versamark shaded spruce, put it right there above the Christmas. I'm going to close that and get it out of the way. Oops. I'm going to get this out of the way. Now I'm going to put the clear embossing powder on it. Looks like I kind of smeared it a little bit. I kind of moved it. It's okay. It is okay. There we go. Shut that before turning on the heat gun for sure. Isn't that pretty? Adds a little extra zhuzh to the inside of the card. Merry Christmas. Well, there we go. Love it! Oh, I love it. Now I'm just going to take some of my all-purpose glue. Going to put a good bit on here so that it doesn't come loose. We don't want the card falling apart. And ta-da! Line it up. Actually, this seems to be a little bit smaller. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. You know what we're going to do? We're going to put this up here. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take it up to the fold. Here's something easy you can do. If you're cutting the panel and then it ends up being smaller than the card base, rather than worrying about it too much, all you have to do is take your trimmer, trim off the extra little bit of your card base. That works, because with the Stampin' Up! Trimmer you can see exactly where your cutting track is. So there you go, you can get the extra card base, and it's perfect! I love it! I love it! And we just need to put this on the inside, and this one will be done. Oh, I have a really exciting idea, and something different that y'all may not know how to do for my next card. And there we go. And look at that, embossing just adds a little extra something special. Ta-da. This was a piece of scrap. Maybe I shouldn't have used scrap. Maybe I should have just cut a real card base. It's kind of wonky. There we go. The glue will pull it down. Merry Christmas. I like that. I do love this front though. Joyful thoughts to you this season. I love the foiling. I just love it. Well, that's a pretty one to give for sure. Let me get this cleaned up because I'm excited to do this reverse stamping. Be right back. Okay, so what I used this panel was actually the middle panel from the card base that had this, and this was the very back. I'm going to be using these two and the section that came out of it for this card. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put what was the back of that other card base, I'm going to put on here, and it's okay if it doesn't quite line up. And then I'm going to mount this with dimensionals just to give it a little shadow box effect. I am going to build this like I did with the original card, like so. But here I've got another branch here, and I want to put the cardinal stamp. I want to use that stamp also. But I don't want it facing the same direction as this one. I want it facing the other direction. I'm going to do a reverse stamping, and I'm going to do it on the back of this panel so I can cut it out. Now, this is the Stampin' Up's craft mat, and it's silicone. You might have any silicone mat at home, and if you're a crafter, you probably do. You know, it's great for glue and everything, where glue won't stick to it. But if you could actually tape a piece of saran wrap to a piece of cardboard, I bet that would work if you didn't have a craft mat. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my, what did I do with it? Okay, I'm going to take my Memento ink. Now you could even use just a black marker and color the stamp with your black marker. But I'm going to use my Memento ink, and I'm going to, this is a hard pad, so yeah, you can do the shimmy on it. So I'm going to get it inked up, and I'm going to put it right on my craft mat. And then this is where I want the image. So I'm going to quickly put that down on top of it and rub, and it should give me the bird. There we go. Yes, it's light because it's a second generation, but there we go. Let me get this cleaned off real quick. I've got my simple chamois here. Yeah, that's got a lot of ink in it. Okay. Whoop. Let me get his tail cleaned off. I don't mind a stained stamp, but you know, if you can get it clean, you may as well. I prefer a stamp that's not. Okay, now what I'm going to do, since I used the Memento, I'm going to use a light Real Red Blends. This is an alcohol marker, and it's not going to smear that black. Yep, this is the light Real Red. If I use the dark, well, actually I could use the dark. Okay, this is just a black marker. You know, I could even just use my regular marker. And I'm going to make that a little darker. Get it matching his buddy. Okay. And color in his beak. Okay, so I've got my dark Real Red, and I'm going to go over the lines. Actually, the black would probably show up better, match the other one. So I'm going to go over these little artist lines. Okay, now this has the sticker stuff on it. So there we go. And now this one, I'm going to put right about here. Now remember, this is already up, and I did put one under there, so I'm going to put another one up under here. So it's going to raise it up twice, because I'm going to put the other one is right there. So there we go. So now that one's even with that, and this guy, we can put two behind his head. Yeah, I'm going to raise him up a little bit. Okay. There. Okay. And now we need to do a sentiment, a banner. How about let's see. Put that one like that. Maybe, okay. I think we'll do Happy Holidays. Let's do some Happy Holidays. Perfect. And a red ribbon behind it, of course. Just a tad of red showing. That's good. And we'll just put it right there. Why don't we put, I think we'll stick it to the top. Let's do that. I'm going to take some more of the tear and tape, put some right along the top edge. And we'll be done. There we go, right along the top edge, and we are done. Okay, oh, I love it. Now, I just need to put something sparkly on there. If y'all have something hanging around the house, you might want to put something sparkly on there. Hang on, let me zhuzh it up. Okay, these blooming pearls have these pretty little gold pearls that would be lovely, but more is more. Look at these are the DRUSY Adhesive-Backed Embellishments. Aren't these glittery? I love them. So I'm going to use some of these gold ones on here. Okay. One easy way to do it is with your Take-A-Pick tool. If you use the part that's got the sticky on it, if you just kind of push it, it just lifts it up and picks it up, and it's perfect. So let's put one right about there, and one right about there, and we could put one right about there. Oh, I love it. It adds just a, oh man, these are so pretty, aren't they? Gosh, that's pretty. I think we need to put some Wink of Stella. I know I had it. Let's put some Wink of Stella on this fellow right here. Oh, give him some shine. Oh, this is lovely. This is lovely. Ooh. Ah, that's fabulous. And here's that little reverse stamping, reverse imaging. Oh, I love it. Happy holidays. And then of course you can just put whatever you want inside. Shall we do that together? Okay, so let's do the joyful thoughts to you this season. Let me put my beautiful DRUSY Adhesive-Backed sequins away. Okay. And remember, I'm doing all of these with the shaded spruce because that is the color, the Stampin' Spot that came with this paper pumpkin kit. Okay. And joyful thoughts to you this season. I use my graph paper to make sure I've got it lined up straight. And there we go. Perfect. I tell you what, I'm having fun with this set. I think the cards as designed were beautiful, but look what you can do. So out of the one card, I got these two cards from the one card base. And I mean, you can do so much, you know, play on what we have here. But I think this has gone on for quite a bit. I've shown you some real simple things you can do and some things using the dies that coordinate with it. That is an add-on. So let's take a look at what all we have. So remember, you get these beautiful coordinating envelopes and these adorable little chickadees. And of course, you can always build this chickadee inside and have it in here and put that across here. And then this one, just beautiful. And then we took the dies, and using the piece that came in here, we cut out the tag, and using the piece that came from this one, we cut the little leaf, the bough branch, and the word Merry, and we also had room to stamp the cardinal that came with the paper pumpkin kit. This was a piece of the ribbon that came with it, so I think that is adorable. And then we cut this card base up, and we made this card, and we did a reverse image stamping right there, and we used these beautiful DRUSY dots. And we did this with the embossing in gold. We cut the ribbon and spread it out, so we had a little extra ribbon on either side. I love the foiled branches, and on the inside we did some clear embossing in the green, so we had it embossed in its color. And I think this was fun. I think this was a lot of fun. You know, I'm looking at this. I'm going to make this up real quick, building the chickadees inside. Shall we do that together? Hang on. Okay, let's get this one done. You know, when you just move a couple elements around, it really can change the whole flavor of the card. So joyful thoughts to you this season. Go ahead and put that one there. And get this out of the way. Now, we're going to take the, what did I do with? There it is. A little bit of tear and tape. Put the tear and tape across the back. There we go. And we're going to just place this down. Oopsie. Just a little hint of the red on either end. There we go. Throw a couple of dimensionals on the back here. I love chickadees. They're so cute. Okay. And pop this fella up. Get that one right about there. Oh, so pretty. And we're going to put that there. Let's see how we're going to do that. Got the dimensional there. Got a dimensional here, so we're going to put some tear and tape on the back because he's going to be resting right there. Sometimes getting that off is a little bit of a challenge. Okay. There we go. Very good, very good. And I know I had another leaf. There's another one. Well, let's go ahead and put this across the bottom, and I'm sure I'll find the other one. Joyful thoughts to you this season. We can put this guy right there. Loving it. Loving it. Okay. Joyful thoughts to you this season. Oh, how nice. And then, of course, we can go ahead and use like our Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas inside. Oh, I loved it. Let's find the other one. So there's as the kit intended it to be done. And then you just switch a couple things around. And it's absolutely adorable. A little bit of a different idea. And it's just as cute. Oh, this is a fun kit. So here are two versions with the chickadee. Here are two versions with the cardinal. And here is using the panel from that with the just a sentiment and some die cut leaves and our tag. Oh, I love it, I love it. If you want to get in on some of the paper pumpkin fun, sometimes you can purchase the last former kits, and if you are a current subscriber, if there are kits available that have been formally sent out, current subscribers can purchase those. So I don't know if these will be available or not, but this is a fun kit. The dies, the add-on dies that go along with it, the Merry tags, I'll have that item number down below. This will coordinate also with the November and the December paper pumpkin kits. So that's a lot of fun to get. Of course, you could always, I should have actually, like I did here where I stamped the branches on that, I should have stamped the branches on that. The next time I do this particular one, if I do another one like this, I'll do that. But anyways, I love our kits. Right now, our kits are on sale for up to 30% off. And let's see, we've also got the sale on the Close to My Heart products, 30% off. And for the best value through the end of the month, if you wanted to sign up as an independent demonstrator, you don't have to give classes, you don't have to make videos. If you want, all you need to do is just enjoy your discount, but you'll get to choose $155 of the product of your choice for only $99 and no shipping. So if you do not have a US-based Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'm here for you. If you have any questions about any of our sales and specials, shoot me a message. You'll see my website up top down below. And until next time, keep making the world a beautiful place. Bye now.